Hey, good morning. Catalin, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. My name is Jack Kim with Rocketship SEO. I was tasked with doing the video analysis for your website, and so I'll go ahead and take a look at it and see kind of what is feasible. I understand that you want to know what is realistically possible, what time frame, and what price. So let me take a look at your website and see what I can pull. From what I understand, it's not actually the home page, but it's actually the specific tool Moments Album Designer, and that's kind of the product that you would like to have SEO done and would like traffic for. So I'll look at it from that angle. All right. So right off the bat, what I can see with your current back end of your website, I'm using a tool called Ahrefs, which is a tool that search marketers like myself can take a look at the back end portion of a website. So right here, what I can see is basically the referring number of domains and backlinks. This is basically the number of websites that are pointing to your website. So in your case, there's about 16 websites total and about 77 links back that are pointing back to your website for this inner page here, byteignite.com/moments album designer, especially because you're targeting a national keyword, so you're not just going for, like, let's say Houston album design. Since you're going for a national phrase for something like best album design software, you're definitely going to have a lot more websites pointing back to your website than right now. That's just how it is. It's a huge important metric in Google's eyes, the number of websites and good websites that are pointing back to your website. And it's definitely going to help you move up in the organic search results and really help you claim that top spot if you have more backlinks that are pointing especially to your inner page right here, which is byteignite.com/moments album designer. We definitely still want to throw in links back to your homepage because it's a lot more natural for that to be that way, but we definitely want a lot of links pointing to this Moments album designer as well. What I do want to show you is I want to show you exactly what kind of organic searches that you're currently ranking for, and explain a couple of things that I can find that will definitely help you get more traffic. So right now you can see right here, there's a volume. The volume is the number of, oh, I don't want to do that. The number of volume is the number of people per month that are searching for this certain keyword, and then what your current position for that phrase is. So you can see right here for the best wedding album design software, you're in position 12. So out of that volume of 20, you're probably not capturing many, if at all, right? But the good thing is you're ranking for a bunch of these keywords, right? So anything that has wedding album design software, wedding albums design software, wedding album designing software. So all those different kinds of phrases you're currently ranking for. What we need to do is, right now you can see all these different positions. You're ranking on the second page, essentially, is what it means, 18, 17, 12. If you think about it, and just from you yourself using the internet and Google, how oftentimes do you actually go to the second page for a certain phrase that you search for? Very, very rare, right? Unless you can't find something on the first page. Especially for this, this keyword, everything that you're going to need is on the first page. And that's why it's so imperative that you are on the first page for these kinds of key phrases. Now, I was doing a little bit of keyword analysis and trying to figure out what best keywords that you should go for and rank for, and that are the easiest to rank for and will rank you at the fastest. And what I've determined is wedding album design. You can see right here, there's about 600 searches per month for this phrase. The keyword difficulty isn't too bad. What you want to do with your actual website right here, you want to make sure that you're starting to really hit this kind of keyword in your actual content, right? So you want to make sure that you have this phrase, wedding album design, somewhere in there. You don't want to over-optimize. You don't want to have this keyword too much, but you want to definitely make sure that you're hitting album let's see, design at least once, at least that exact phrase at least once in your content, and really kind of make it more optimized. Well, I mean, like, even you can just add more content, right? You don't have to necessarily change any of your content, and make it really optimized for wedding, right? From there, because what we want to do is we want to focus on one keyword at a time in this instance, because you don't have a large budget. We want to focus on one keyword at a time. That way, once you start getting more traffic from this phrase, because it's the lowest hanging fruit for the biggest value, biggest bang for your buck, then we can start hitting it with other phrases, not just like specifically for wedding album design, but maybe something like photo album designer. right? Or photo collage design, things like that, where you're really targeting like these longer tail keywords, like album design software would be a great one to target as well. You're currently ranking number 39. So, so what you want to do is you want to start optimizing your content specifically for wedding album design, and then you want to hire an SEO person like us to start hitting it and targeting it with the kinds of backlinks that are really optimized for anything that's photo album related and photography related, as well as wedding albums and things like that, to point to this inner page right here. And then you're going to get a lot more credit for this kind of phrase, and you're going to start moving up in the rankings. So what you asked for the time frame. For the time frame to get number 1 for the exact phrase wedding album design, when people put that in Google, it's going to take you, because it's a national phrase, it's going to be closer to about 8, 9, 10 months, right? In terms of realistically what can be done, we can rank you for any keyword, whether it's locally or nationally. It's just a matter of how much your budget is and your time frame, right? Because there's time frames, like if you were to search up payday loans in Google, that would take years and tens of thousands of dollars per month in SEO budget to just pump in there to start hitting it to the front page and the top of the page, right? For a phrase like wedding album design, we can definitely make sure that we can get you up there. It's like I said, it's going to take you a little bit longer because your budget isn't going to be higher, and the keyword is a national phrase, right? It's not a local phrase. It's wedding album design. So it's gonna take you longer for the actual main keyword to rank for like at the top of the page, right around like 8 months, right? Now the good thing is, while you're ranking for wedding album design, what's going to happen is you're going to actually start getting credit for a lot of the other phrases as well. So when you start ranking for wedding album design, we start hitting it with backlinks and things like that, you're going to start ranking for best wedding album design software. You're going to start ranking for wedding album design software and all these related phrases. The reason being is Google's algorithm and search algorithm is smart enough that it recognizes that when you're ranking for a phrase like wedding album design, the phrase best wedding album design software is very similar to that main keyword, and so Google's going to start giving you credit for those other phrases. And especially once you start taking some of these keywords and actually implementing it in your content. Like I said, you don't want to have this exact phrase a lot in your content, maybe just once, maybe twice, and that's all you need, right? A lot of people think that you have to over-optimize the content with those kinds of phrases and just layer it in, but minimal is the best way. You want to make it look natural, and Google will give you a lot more credit because it can read the content as an overall and understand the general theme of that content. And so when going back to what I was saying originally, once we start ranking for this main phrase, you're going to start getting credit for a lot of these other phrases. And from there, once we start getting you some traffic, getting you some money going into your pocket from selling the software, then we can start optimizing it for a lot of other keyword phrases that involve album design, right? We can even make up another inner page, not called Moments Album Designer. Maybe it would be called, the inner page would be called, what was that keyword? It was Photos Album Design. So instead of Moments Album Design, we'll have another page specifically targeting photos album design. You can make some of that content and hash out that content specifically for that phrase and those kinds of keywords, and get traffic that way. So hopefully this gave you some tips and pointers to kind of what you can do with your website to help it rank in the top of Google and get you more sales and more traffic. Even if you don't go with us, we can definitely do this. I don't want to talk about pricing right now because I'd have to do more research into this, and I'd first have to know that you are seriously considering our services, and I'd definitely want to reply back from you first. But definitely, if you do reply back to us, I'll take a look at your keyword a little bit more, and then really figure out exactly how much resources it's going to take for us to really push out the backlinks to your page, and then go from there. So even if you don't work with us, maybe you can use this as a guideline for kind of what you need to be doing to rank for the phrases that you need to be ranking for to start making some sales and convert that traffic. So I'll wrap that up here. Hope to talk to you soon, and take care. Thank you.